This is Miss Afia the Diva, and I'm coming to you with another Diva Disturbed video because there's been a lot of disturbing stuff that has happened since the last time we spoke. Although there's no Suge Knight news, so this will be my very first video without discussing Suge Knight, but technically we are since I am talking about him. Anywho, even though I'm going to do a totally separate review, I just want to say that tonight I watched Love and Hip Hop ATL and I was disturbed by some things that I saw, particularly the fashions. When is Jocelyn going to get a stylist? I mean, like a real stylist? Because that stuff she wore coming in to go to see Margot, Nico's wife, I was like, is she the Cape Crusader? Where's she going? Who she saving? She Captain Save-A-Ho. Well, what is going on? Because it just wasn't meshing. And just the fact that I can't rationalize what's going on between Carly and Rashida, and why Rashida feels like she has to attack Carly all of a sudden when Carly helped her find out about Kurt's undercover stuff. But anyways, I'm not going to talk about that too long because that's a totally separate video, but I just want to say that disturbs me. I don't know about anybody else. Let's talk about some other disturbing stuff. Honey, Tyga, whatever his name is, that's with the little 17-year-old Jenner child, Kim Kardashian's little sister, and he feels now that he needs to explain his relationship with this girl. Boo-boo, if you got to explain it, then maybe you shouldn't be doing it. Because if it's what you down with and it's what you want to be doing with your life, keep it to yourself. Drown out the noise. Ain't that what Michelle Obama said? Just drown out the noise. Don't worry about what other people say about you. And what's interesting about this story is the fact that the cops said that there have been no complaints filed, so they can't intervene. Fascinating. He also went on further to say that Kylie is very mature. She owns her own home, and so forth. Okay. However, a news article was published recently where Tyga's, can I just call him Tyga? Shit, it seems like his name is spelled Tyga. I don't know, but Tyga, okay. Tyga, grandmother, a Vietnamese grandma, allegedly claimed that Kylie is so much better because she comes from a good family and she's well behaved, and Black China not so good. Okay, and she's comes from an educated family. I'm like, I don't think any of them hoes finished school, Mrs. Tyga grandma. I don't think so. And on top of that, then Tyga comes back on Sunday and says that it's not true. His grandmother barely speaks English. So if they got an interpreter available, I mean, she can talk to them and talk trash all they want to. Hell, if you go in the nail salon, they be talking trash about you. You don't know what you're saying. That's why I'm glad I got me some Asian friends. So I can just pull up my phone and be like, yo, what they saying? Okay. I got all my little friends on lock. So, girl, I don't know. But either way, that's just a hot mess. But needless to say, Black China's mama, you don't come for hers, honey, because she will go in on you. Oh my God, she ripped them all a new butthole, basically. Because she was like, this is my child. She graduated. She is independent, unlike the rest of them. One of them got a sex tape. They got a drunk for a baby daddy. Had 3 kids out of wedlock. I was like, well, hell, is she lying? I mean, all of the stuff she said is true. Who are we to argue with the truth? Those are facts. Those are the breaks. Okay. Anyway, moving on from that mess, because Tick came back and said his grandma barely speak English, but I'm like, if there's an interpreter available, boo-boo, get over it. Your grandma said it. Maybe it was your mama that really said it. I don't know. I didn't even know you were Asian and Black. I didn't know that, but okay. But I still to this day don't know one song you did other than some song you did with my boo, Chris Brown, so that's all I know. Speaking of Chris Brown, oh my God, poor Chris. I am so glad that he was not harmed or hurt by this crazy lady that broke up in his house, done threw out his baby girl's clothes, his dog stuff, and then took up and cooked up some meals and stuff in a bathrobe. I was like, what the hell is wrong with people breaking into celebrity homes? I mean, get your life. Talking about shit up and coming singer. But on the real, Chris, you sure you ain't already hit that? Cause women be doing some crazy stuff after you kick them out. Maybe you brought her home one night, romanced her, and she thought she could just stay when you left. I mean, I don't know what kind of security you celebrities got anyway. Y'all need to get some better security. Hell, my friend got a better security system apparently than some of y'all got going on. Jesus. Just broke all up in my boo's house. Yes, I love Chris Brown. Okay, I ain't gonna lie. I love him. I know I'm an older woman, but I love me some Chris Brown. People are so quick to judge him about his past, but so far he has not reportedly done anything like that to a woman again since Rihanna. So, it's not a multiple count thing going on with him. So I embrace Chris Brown. I appreciate him for his art. He's talented. He's just a little troubled. Hopefully now him having a daughter, since he said he wants to do better. So I'm on Team Breezy. Okay. Moving on. Mayweather. We're back on Mayweather. We talked about him last video. Let's talk about him again this time. So Mayweather has called off the rematch with Pacquiao because he says that Pacquiao is a sore loser. I believe there also should be something such as a sore winner. But either way, Mayweather, you have not lost a fight yet. So I wonder, how would you react if you had lost a fight? It's food for thought, something to think about. Just putting it out there. So, how would you feel if the shoe was on the other foot or the glove was on the other hand? Just saying. It's disturbing that you think that that's okay for you to call it off. I don't know, maybe you think this time you might get your butt whooped in the ring. No doubt about it, you're a great defensive boxer. Just some other things need to be worked out. Anywho, back to the Kardashians. As much as I love talking about them, I'm enjoying talking about this. Apparently someone has invented an app where we can sweep our social media accounts free of Kardashian news. I love this person. Unfortunately, he says that someone has been threatening him by letting him know we have your IP address. Okay, so y'all just gonna bum rush his computer or his house because he made an app that half the world is probably thrilled about. Haters, it's disturbing. The Kardashians disturb me. They disrupt this moral fabric of this world, and they influence people to do crazy things like look like them. I was listening to a sermon on Sunday, and it basically said that we are all, with ladies especially, one of a kind, and that we should embrace our uniqueness and not try to be like anyone else. Sure, it's okay to like somebody's style and want to be like them, but at the same time, going through extremes like plastic surgery to make yourself look like an individual when you were made as one of a kind? Disturbing. Anywho, moving on. Lots of black television programming is coming up, and I'm excited about it. Quite frankly, Fox News may not always get their facts straight, but they're great at but Fox, the network, is great at putting together fictional shows. Megan Good is going to be starring in some show called The Minority Report, which I assume is also based off the Tom Cruise movie Minority Report, Future Crimes. Dr. Rosewood, Mr. Chocolate himself, Morris Chestnut, will be starring as Dr. Rosewood in a show called Rosewood. Because at first I was like, are we going to make a series about the horrible atrocities that happen in Rosewood, Florida? Thank God, no, that's not the case. So anyways, it'll be a psychological thriller. Very excited about that. So they have a lot of great programming starring African Americans. However, I must say that I am disturbed, and it is disappointing. And don't get me wrong, I'm glad that so many black actresses and actors are out there working, and they're getting work, particularly in television. They're moving from the big screen to the smaller screen. That's great. But y'all, really, do we need to make a series called Uncle Buck with Michael Epps starring as Uncle Buck? Do we really need that? I'm just asking. I don't think so. Because, honey, can't nobody touch John Candy, rest his soul. I mean, everybody loved Uncle Buck. That's one of my favorite movies to watch. So I just don't see it for this show. It'll be lucky if it even makes it through a full series. Uh, I'm just not there for it. I love the actors that are in it. Nia Long is going to be in it, Mike Epps, and a few. I remember he was a guy that starred in a show with Holly Robinson, I think, but I don't remember his name. But either way, I'm glad to see them working. But Uncle Buck, the TV series, I just don't see it. And my other thing that disturbs me is that we as Black people, sometimes we just need to create our own art instead of trying to remake it. I love and respect all the actresses that were in Steel Magnolias, but at the same time, Steel Magnolias should have never been remade. I'm sorry, I just wasn't there for it, and I'm probably just not going to be there for Uncle Buck either. So, moving on. Another thing that disturbs me is these men that have a fear of commitment. P. Diddy, Sean Combs, Sean John. He said that he does not want to get married, but he is not opposed to a love contract. What's up with that? You down with the love contract? You know what? What are we, 12? I mean, does a damn promise ring come with that? What kind, excuse my language, Diva loves, because I usually don't go through, but what kind of fuckery is that? Okay? I mean, really? A love contract? You sound like you are 12 and offering somebody a lollipop ring as a commitment. Either you want to be married or you don't. It's a yes or no question. There is no middle. And depending on where you live, you're gonna mess around and be a common law wife too. I don't know where you file your taxes or whatever, or where you claim your residency as, but tread lightly. But if you don't want to be married, that's fine. But I wouldn't be putting stuff out there making myself look like I'm 12, talking about I have her sign a love contract, something like a friend contract. That, I don't know. Moving on. Let's just keep it pushing. Today, or yesterday, by the time most of you view this, Kanye West was in the news for something that some may deem positive, while others may say, why? Kanye received an honorary doctorate from the School of the Art Institute of Chicago. I don't know. I polled some of my friends on social media to find out what they thought about it. A lot of people are upset because they feel like Kanye didn't earn this degree. He's a hot mess. He's a college dropout. So was Steve Jobs. So was Bill Gates. And in their respective professions, they received many honorary degrees. I personally don't have a problem with it. I think that Kanye is a creative. It did come from the School of the Art. All of us, we each will get a turn in life. I have a JD. I have a Juris Doctor, which you cannot, by the way, get from the Bailey Agency. I got it from the University of Tulsa College of Law. So, God bless him. He is a creative. He did do a lot for music. He did change the dynamics of music. If you think about it, in the early days, especially with Jay-Z and the Blueprint and all that, Kanye did a lot of production on that. Slum Village. I mean, he's just done a lot. And, God bless him. Is he deserving of it or not? I don't know. Some were disturbed. Some were like, it's okay. But I don't know. Godspeed to Kanye. I really musically just want the old Kanye back though. Cause like, I was feeling him even in my dark twisted fantasy, but then after that it kind of fell off. Although I did like that song New Slaves, which is ironic because he actually is kind of a slave to, the fashion world and feeling like you have to wear labels and name brands, but that's neither here nor there. Disturbed or not, congrats to Kanye. Deflategate has now been resolved, with the New England Patriots having to give up 2 draft picks, $1 million, and Tom Brady having to sit out for 4 games. Although this could change, I've been told, because he may appeal and it may turn into 2 games. I don't know how to feel about this NFL sanction. I assume the reason why Tom Brady and the team in general was just punished is because they weren't very cooperative at the time and weren't very open. Excuse me, I don't know why we on there shouldn't be sleeping. It's not that late here. But It's just one of them things. My issue with the NFL in general, though, is that there seems to be a double standard. All these other people, especially the black males in the NFL who've got caught up in alleged domestic violence situations, although Ray Rice's was plain as day. You want to take their complete career, Ray, but people who cheat, and y'all's whole thing with teaching children, especially, is that cheaters never win. I mean, even a comparison was made about the Georgia public school teachers who got jail time for lying and manipulating test scores, but Tom Brady allegedly cheats, or I should say, we don't know if he really did have anything per se to do with the deflated balls, but what we do know is that he did obstruct justice and obstructed the investigation by not being cooperative. I don't know. It's disturbing to me. It seems like it's a double standard. I don't know. Good old homegrown, good old boy versus, Ray from the hood, you know. I don't know. But hey, they gave, what was his name with the pit bulls? I forgot his name. Either way, they gave him a second chance, which, I think he should have been entitled to. So we all make mistakes. And, he hasn't been abusing dogs since then. So, oh well, others will disagree because some of my animal loving friends, they still to this day hate this dude. But, oh, what's his name? Vic? Michael Vick. That's his name. So, anyway, you can tell I really don't pay attention. I just know he played for the Eagles for a while. I don't know. Anyway, that disturbs me. Meanwhile, two police officers lost their lives on Saturday night in Hattiesburg, Mississippi. Tragic, disturbing, because all you had to do was stop. Even if you had warrants, whatever, now you're going to go to jail for life and possibly get the death penalty to the idiots that did that. However, another idiot in the news that I found disturbing that other people were like, well, it's freedom of speech. Yeah, it's freedom of speech. But on social media, tread lightly. A Subway employee, while in her shirt, said that we got them, glorifying the murder of these two cops. We don't know if they were good cops, bad cops. All we know, they are dead cops. And they were somebody's brother, husband, son, boyfriend. I don't know what their marital statuses were, but either way, they're dead and gone. And I think that it's a bit immature of anyone to make fun of the death of anyone. I saw on social media how people were going in talking about, well, it's okay for Americans to glorify the murder of Muslims and blah, blah, blah. It doesn't right. It's just a level of respect. And because she had on her shirt from Subway, you're representing your company. Should employees be judged by what they post on social media? Not necessarily. Only if you're threatened by the bodily harm should that be of concern. But at the same time, when you're representing a brand, companies do have a little bit more leeway. Someone also brought up the fact that cops will get administrative leave. Well, the difference is this. You've got publicly traded companies or privately held companies versus state, federal, government. There's a difference. So that's how the governments are able to do what they do. Is it fair? No. But for constitutional purposes, they do have to do some sort of due diligence. Um, who knows? But I will tell you this, young people, be careful what you post on social media. Be careful what you say. Corporate America is tread lightly, is what I'm going to say. And these are lessons that I learned in a hard knock life early on that I wish someone else had told me. Disturbing, yes, that a young woman would get up and post something like that and glorify the murder of someone. I mean, it's just as bad as when people glorify the murder of another young black man. None of us like that, or glorify someone attempting to, us people saying how they hate Obama and wish him dead and his family. I mean, to me, it's the same thing. Either way, she got fired. Hope she learned her lesson. Very stupid to post something like that. So just like it was a white dude that posted something, I guess he worked for the post office or for a company. Either way, he got fired too. So it can't be that much of a double standard. But let's go on. who has been silent for a while? Yes, I'm doing this because I had to laugh. I said, no Suge Knight, but let's talk about George Zimmerman. This village idiot, his dumb behind, I don't know, in some road rage accident, somebody shot at his behind. The glass broke and cut his face up, I guess is what happened, because they say he didn't actually suffer a gunshot wound as it was initially reported. Oh, the irony. You murdered a young man, Trayvon Martin, and you got off. But in a court of public opinion, you will never escape. And from the Christian perspective, if you know the Bible, God sees and knows everything. And at the end of the day, God has the final judgment. It is sad that this has happened, but you chose not to take responsibility. You showed no remorse for taking that young man's life. And I don't know, but the irony, oh, the irony. How does it feel? How does it feel to be a victim of random violence? I wonder. Disturbing, isn't it, George? Very disturbing. My Lord, never forget. Rest in peace, Trayvon Martin. Speaking of race issues, there's a black man that was found hanging from a tree, strange fruit, down in Georgia. Guess what? I bet it'll be ruled a suicide. What y'all think? Always, this day and age, no one engages in hanging. No, he must have committed suicide. Disturbing indeed. Disturbing indeed. They didn't give a name at the time. They just said it was a 43-year-old male found hanging in a tree in the backyard of someone's that was not his house. So this shall be interesting as the turn of events. There's so much going on in the news right now until it's just story after story after story that's disturbing. But I will close on a funny note since we've gotten so dark and serious. Sarah Schrock, or however you say her name, this heifer has lost her ever-loving mind, okay? Who the hell takes a petty egg shavings that you done scraped off dead skin cells off your damn foot and put it in the damn milk and serve it up to your damn family? Are you that out your rabbit? And then here's what pisses me off. This woman had been arrested 9 times. Well, no, she'd been arrested 3 times in the past 9 days. Ain't nobody thought to have her put on the 72-hour hold each time she does something. Maybe no one would have been drinking skin milk. Maybe she got confused. Maybe she thought, hey, they said they wanted skin milk. No, mama, it's skim milk, okay? We don't want no dead skin cells. Don't nobody want no scaly ass milk. What the hell? I tell you, folk done ran out. From folks stabbing their lovers for not putting it down enough in the bedroom, to folk mad at their family or just out their rabbit ass mind putting dead ass skin cells in their damn milk. I don't understand. Got milk? No, but I got some dead skin cells. Okay, I'm gonna put this right here in this milk and help you grow strong. Really, mama? Really? Girl, I hope they lock you up, because you need to be in a cell with some white padded walls. It takes a lot of nerve to do some low down, dirty stuff like that. But anyway, that's disturbing. I am Miss Sophia the Diva. Follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Tumblr. I think that's it. I think that's all I'm on. Anyway, this has been Miss Sophia the Diva with a Diva Disturbed. Good night. Good evening, good morning, Diva Loves.